Okay. And we are... here? Yes. Mayhaps. Hello! Hi. How's everyone doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear the Spotify music? Is it not too loud? Nice! Awesome. Hi. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Tex. Hi, Adrian. Hello, everybody else. About time. I'm on time. I am perfectly on time. This is a terrible thing to accuse me of. Hello. How are we all doing? I'm gonna see some dragons. Me too. Okay. Okay, thank you all for waiting. Let's see what we've got. Analytics is giving me some very interesting results. But that's okay. Ooh, been relaxing this week. Nice, that's amazing. 30% done with your game. That's cool. That's actually that's a huge accomplishment. Being 30% done with anything big. Almost 30%. Same. For my weekend just started. Nice. I can't wait for tomorrow night. We started perfectly on time. That means we can go overtime with the streamings. Right. We will see how we go. We'll see how tired I am by the end of this. The summer is kicking my ass. I am like less productive. I'm like sleepier earlier. I want to like have naps at like 3 in the afternoon. It's a terrible time. Terrible time to be alive. Just don't experience summer if you can. Should have started the watch before the hour hit. 3 streams without crashing? I know, right? Technically, it's only been 1 stream without crashing. 2 streams? No, it's only been 1, hasn't it? Don't tell me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I haven't been doing it. 2. This is the 3rd one. I should change the counter. I've been doing things wrong. That crash? Was that on the last one as well? Ooh, that's not great. There we go. Okay, I changed it. We are now up to date. We are on the 3rd stream. Not me losing track immediately as we start the year. Anyway. Summer, where you are? Yeah, I'm in South Africa. It is a terrible time. It is 9 PM. Do you know where your children are? Summer's been quite good here, actually. Oh, good for you. I am jealous, but I will not wish worse summers upon you. My summer is actually getting colder. Crazy. 90% of streams finish just before they crash. Right, okay. Let's see. So, we are drawing dragons today. There are a million ways to design dragons. I'm definitely not going to be the best at it. I think that honor goes to the Book of Dragons that every library in every school in the entire world had at some point, at least according to my memory. Where they talked about the anatomy and how they would actually work. Wyverns, I believe, are the most realistic. Something 4 limbs is the only kind that that's the only number of limbs that mammals and reptiles can have. Is it true that using horses for references is better than using reptiles? I have no clue. Maybe. It depends on the dragon. Hello, Giorgio. Actually, this first recommendation comes from Giorgio, because I was talking about the stream a little bit earlier, and they suggested we start off with a really fluffy dragon. Like, really fluffy. And I love fluffy things, so we're going to start with a sweet little potato. A little pie, if you will. Let's see. It's interesting to think about what would cause a dragon to have a lot of fur. I mean, the immediate thought is that, okay, well, maybe it comes from an Arctic environment, right? That means they'd need more insulation, especially if you're thinking of lizards, which are, you know, cold-blooded. Depending on, I guess, the material you're using. Dragons, does that mean we're drawing Parthenax or maybe Smorg? I feel like both of those are very classic dragons. Like they're very when you think of a dragon, you think of one of those two, right? Like the Skyrim dragons and then I mean, okay, well, let's say Lord of the Rings dragons are way more famous than the Skyrim dragons that came later. But it would be interesting to maybe see if we can create some, let's say, quote-unquote unique dragons. I know that's like a huge thing to do. Just the idea of dragons has been around for so long and it covers so much ground. There's so many different kinds of dragon. So that in itself is a pretty big accomplishment. But yeah, we can try. Oh, I'm thinking of the dragon from Neverending Story when I think of fluffy dragons. Oh, the Neverending Story. You know, I thought that was a fever dream I had when I was a kid. Like, it must have played on, like, you know, daytime TV at some point when I was younger. And I just internalized it as, like, the most bizarre fever dream of my life. And then at some point later on, someone mentioned the Neverending Story and I read the book for it. Well, someone mentioned it and then on a separate occasion later on, I, like, read it, and like over time I went, oh, it's a real thing, and I actually experienced it. But God, for a while there as a kid, I was like, that's not real. That was a very vivid dream I had. The face is a little wonky one. Little one. Okay, give him. I've done this all backwards. I've done the face before the head. Let's see, where would the fluff start, do you think? There you go, that seems about right. Or make it a little what's the word? Snug nose? Short nose? Very pug-like, very pug-like. I'm thinking of a specific word. I'm sure you'll be able to tell me. My mom thought it was a cute movie about puppets and let me watch it when I was 4. Oh no! You could draw a kimono dragon? Now that's a dragon people don't often draw. It is just a big lizard though. That's the only problem I have with a lot of lizard designs, you know, it feels like after the dinosaurs, the universe just kind of ran out of different kinds. Let's see. I don't know. The problem with making things cute is that very often they do not look very cute. It's like the Minions problem, you know? You make something that's kind of supposed to be adorable, and then just the actual execution of it is just a little bit frightening. I guess it's kind of the same logic that you get with a lot of AI videos of like cats. Like it just looks a little bit off. Let's try this. Basing facial features off of cats' faces seemed to work pretty well. I mean, it worked for Avatar, it worked for the entire industry of anime. So, maybe... Nah, that's not gonna work. This is beginning to look like a platypus gang. It's fine. He's a little fugly, but he got the spirit. Okay, let's say this is an infant species. Well, an infant of a specific species, and they like lose their fluff as they get older. I can give them little dots in the eyebrows. Just like Shiba Inus. Let's see. Would they have fur on the ears, do you think? Ooh, it can be like that. So it'll cover the ears partially. There we go. Give them a couple spines, because what is a dragon without these little knobblies and knobblies and little horns in places where they're not quite supposed to be. Let's see. Okay. A little bit of a something here, maybe, to sort of like widen out the face. Or maybe like a little bit more. Ah, that's the stuff. Okay, okay, okay. We're getting some. We're getting some. We're getting some. But then, what if it's just a really... Okay, so it comes out like that. And then it's just a really round face. Again, like a Shiba Inu. This might be the Shiba Inu dragon. Let's see. I think the most fun part with dragons is designing the ecology around them. Again, this is definitely like child me speaking from like reading the dragon book in the library. But like my favorite part of just the idea of dragons is just the idea of them like existing in real life, existing in like the modern world especially, and just like not even them being like a threat or anything. It's just like, yeah, no, Tommy's got a pet dragon. It's not really advised, but you know, and it's like, yeah, you know, we've got a bit of a dragon problem. They've been getting into the chickens recently, so you know, we've got to really pump up security. And like, I just love that like again, it's purely this idea of like something absurd that's just inserted into your reality and your modern and just your normal average life, right? And then just having it be treated as something normal and everyday when it's not. And dragons are a really interesting way to explore this because there is such a huge range of what can be classified as a dragon. So you can just say like, oh, in this world dragons are real, but then like, what does that mean? There's so many different kinds of dragons out there. You know, you get your Chinese dragons, you get your wyverns, you could even make like these tiny little dragons that like size of dragonfly dragons or something, and then they just exist in the world. I love that. I love the concept of that. It's actually not something I've thought about in a very long time. Actually, just kind of until I was prepping for the stream. And I was like, oh god, what do I need to do? Because sometimes when I come up with the ideas for the streams, it's kind of just like, it's a little divorced from like what I'm gonna do once, like in the event that it gets picked as something that needs to be done. And then every now and then I'll see that a stream's been picked and I'll go like, oh no. It looks like a cross between a dog and a bat. Perfect. That's what we need. Okay. I think I know what I want for the body shape. So let's let's see if I can frame it in a nice way. He's a very good boy. What can I do to make him look a little bit nicer as well? Maybe remove that around the eyes. Yeah, no, that looks better. If you put a lot of heavy lines under the eye, I find it tends to make them look a bit more menacing rather than cuter. If you leave it light or empty, You can make them look, you know, if not cuter, they at least look lighter. They look more, you can attribute it more to traits of like innocence. You can attribute it to lightness of character, like purity of personality, you know, like that kind of thing. Okay, let's give him a little ruff like that. Let's see. And then just the stubbiest little paws you've ever seen in your life. Ooh, actually, you know what? Some fluffy neck folds? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Let's see. I solved this by having dragons be giant asshole wizards trying to be the highest forms of life. Nice! That's cool. Naturally twist the laws of reality to their own petty gains. That's sick as hell. Yeah, let's... Okay, tinier legs. Even tinier. Just the stubbiest little things in the world. And then the claws turn inwards because that makes it look a little bit more innocent, a little bit more harmless. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have one here, one here, one here. And then... Ah, that's even cuter. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Okay. Let's see. And then again, more fluffy. So if this part here is the body, we want the fluff to extend out. Let's make him even wider. And then we can just have... Again, this is actually quite horse-like of the body as well. Just the way that it's been. We can have it so that, like, they're more, let's say, gorilla-shaped. So there's the spine points downwards. It's gonna look a little bit like Spyro, though. You need to bear with me. It's gonna look a little bit like Spyro if I do that. Or I can have him sitting. That'd be cute, too. Let's see, and then because the legs are stubbier, the back legs are shorter, they would be more like that. So you gotta imagine, for it to be able to fly, it's gotta have some pretty hefty lungs, so it makes sense that it would be quite top-heavy, front-heavy, I suppose, that would be the term. I am kind of making things up, though, so we don't have to adhere to realities too strictly. Let's see. Like that. There we go. So we're gonna have just a very abrupt end to the fur, or it goes out like this. And it's very shaggy. But then that would obscure the little toesies, which is a little sad. Might be worth it for the fluff. Mayhap, mayhap. Let's see. Okay. Legs are now a little too short. I do see that. What would be a good medium? Something like that, maybe? Okay. And... Right. Okay. Okay. Feels like I should be giving him whiskers. I feel like that's maybe a step too far, though. I can see a whole tadpole motif going on. He's a menace and gets away with it because he's cute? Yeah. When it comes comes to fiction, reality is a pitch that we can always twist and snap to our liking. Right, right. You know, I wasn't gonna say it, but okay, and then let's give him a very cute little tail that will be knocking cups off of tables. Coffee tables, at least. And yes, I am speaking from having dog experience. What would make the most sense? Because, of course, they won't have... Or maybe they would have this fur on the tail specifically when they get older. Like, they could still have some fur as they get older. But then what would its point be? They could have feathers, I suppose. That would be quite cute. And then this is kind of like penguin-y, where it's just all this down and the fur mixed together. Or it's down instead of fur. That's also an option. Let's see. Actually, let's turn the feet a little forward. There you go. Now you can see what it's supposed to look like on the underside. Nice. Nice. Okay. Cutie patootie. Okay. Let's see. So let's say it's down. Aren't feathers just spikes with fur on them? You know, yes. I don't know. I feel like there's someone who out there, there's biologists that might be a bit upset with that notion. I, however, am not a biologist, and I do not know. So mayhaps not. So then maybe they could have little bumps that just stick out of the fur. So then like that, and then a nice little bump on the top. And it can be kind of like that to mimic the, you know, the way that they do like these ridges on dragons specifically in like very much like an arrow shape. That kind of thing. So we can have a little bit of a mimic there, and then we can have just a little bit of a bump sticking out of the top. And then the wings would, I think, be the most fun. Completely useless. This thing cannot fly. If it could, hell would break loose. Where would it be? It would be quite... It would be behind the front legs, wouldn't they? Because it would be front legs, big barrel chest, little legs, tail, and then the wings would have to take up quite a bit of the body mass here. So it would have to be like that, right? And then, yeah, you have this massive little head. This thing cannot... By all means, this dragon should not be able to fly. Its little wings are too short to get its fat little body off the ground. I don't know it by heart. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Because now wings are technically the hardest, because you get the joint here, you get the joint here. And then you get this long finger. It could be bat-like, so you could... Because, like, obviously that's the idea that it's like a bird wing. It's that it would just have that one long finger. The wings have been selectively bred to be purely aesthetic. Yeah. Let's see. Tails aren't needed for steering, as evidenced by the fact flying animals keep losing most of their tails. Ah, yes, yes, yes. But then what else could it be used for? Maybe balancing? Living in trees or high mountains? Resting in towers where the wind might just drop you off completely. Well, sweep you off completely. Okay, so let's give them bat wings. Your classic dragon wings. Let's see. Oh, is the music okay? Yes, okay. Let's have... Okay, so the whole back of the wing should be covered in fur. I think that's cute. Fur, fluff, whatever you call it. And then you have... So they would probably be too heavy to even get them off the ground, if that's how they look at the moment. Let's see. So then you would probably have very, like, sphinx-like pink, like kind of mildly upsetting to look at. Like you're looking between a rat's toes, like that kind of texture on the wing, the underside of the wing. Like it just would be skin. Or very, very like soft underbelly type scales. Or I guess webbing? Yeah, you still need the wings to be quite light, don't you? Let's see, and then that would go to the bottom of the rib cage or to the hips. So it would end something like there. Okay. And then quite a bit of floof at the top up here, and then that would spread to there. Okay. Like that. And then we'll just quickly repeat that on this side. And that, and you've got the ones like that. Oh, you could have little thumbs at the top here. Would that even be helpful? I guess it would be for grappling, wouldn't it? You land on like a cliff face, you want to keep your hold. Your feet are useless because they're stubby little monsters. So you would cling on with your wings. Okay. That seems right. But then maybe they should be a little thicker to match the rest of the body. Like, I don't want to have a mismatch between these, like, creepy little wings and then the rest of it. So maybe they could just be thumbs. Claws. Let's make them claws. Why not? Let's see, like that. And yeah, okay. And then we carry on with the fluff. Got the wing. And yeah, there we go. Let me make this a base layer quickly, and then I can darken it a bit. There we go, that's much nicer. Can see it a little clearer now. Okay. And then just imagine as they grow up and they just molt. They just will not stop molting. This thing is just going to keep growing and keep growing more fur and fluff, and it'll just keep molting off until there's just absolutely nothing left. Well, most of it's not left. Okay. Now, I'm enjoying this, so we're going to be doing the big version. Okay. Well, he's a very tiny little guy, so the parent would probably be... I would hate keeping this bastard. Right. Loses fluff and gets fluffier? No. We're doing the opposite. As much as I love the idea of a sheep dragon, you must understand. I want this to be the cutest little thing you've ever seen and want to adopt, and then so this is like what would a good comparison be? Shoot. So like here's the puppy, and then behind it is like the dire wolf. Not a good example, but anyways. So we can have it sort of hulking like that, sort of looming over. Let's see. Neck would maybe be a bit shorter. So we can... let's see... Okay. Well, that was a lot of work just to get a round circle, but we're getting there. What angle would look good? So you'd have this huge hulking body, you have the shoulder blades here, like that. You would have this big rib cage like that. The legs would be like that. The other leg would be there. The back would be lower. There we go. So it'd look more like that, and then there we go, because now it is still shorter. You can just see that it's Let's have it more of a distance. Okay. Change the angle so it's not so flat. There. Okay. And then right the wings. Okay, so it would have to be attached to... It should look like a nature-made avatar of death. The ice bear meme? Yeah. Oh, Tito, how's my day been going today? Pretty good, pretty good. Have done a decent amount of work this week, actually, pertaining to things like the Patreon, the YouTube. You'll see more about that stuff later. Don't worry about it. Let's see. And then, okay, let's... And there's that stubby little claw. And then it would have to be like that. Oh, wings. Wings, my beloved. Oh, okay. We're just gonna make them a little bit smaller. Like, it's still gonna be stubby, but it's gonna have grown into its own. Does that make sense? Let's make the head a bit smaller then as a result of that growth. Like that. Okay. So you have more like... Okay, let's also get that a little bit higher so it's not so squashed looking. Okay, so that's the wing. That's number 1. That's number 2. That's number 3. And then that will extend to here. Okay. Okay. And then we would have the same here. So you have sort of this... I did actually used to love drawing dragons when I was younger. And then I just, don't know why I stopped, really. I drew every dragon I could think of, and then I left. I think I wanted to get better at drawing. I got frustrated very easily with how, I suppose, basic they looked. The something. I wanted to get better. They did all look like they were out of the Book of Dragons. I think that was my main issue with it. I wanted to be a bit more original. So forgive me if this does end up looking like something out of that book. I am calling it the Book of Dragons, as if you know it. I hope you do. Otherwise, we can go on a hunt to go and see if I can find it online somewhere. Not the whole thing, just, you know, Amazon page. Oh, how many commissions are you working on at the moment? Currently, not that many, actually. I haven't really announced on YouTube yet that I'm doing commissions, so it's been pretty slow at the moment. I'm actually only working on one right now. So yeah, no, I mean, if you want to, go for it. And if this is the first time you're hearing about it, I do commissions now. I'm going to make a proper announcement on YouTube in hopefully the next week or 2, give or take. My goal is to have a proper announcement up before the end of January, but because I'm making like a whole video for it, oh, you were too good for dragons then? No. Sorry, I got distracted. There'll be a proper announcement soon, but if you want to, you can go to the Patreon. There's a guide on the pinned post. That it's the first thing you'll see when you go onto the page. If you want to do commissions, you don't have to be a patron. It's all very fine, above board. I don't know why I specify that, but anyways. It's all... above board? Why did I say that? That's... Anyway. Okay. The implication being that it's not. Okay. Let's... Ooh, this is a difficult one. Okay, so it's going to be pointing forwards. Which means maybe, like, directly forwards. Like, you're going to get a real good view of the thumb. But then that's going to have to be like that. Like that? Oh, I'm losing it. Okay, no, it's fine. We're good. How do we get the evil commissions? You have to find my secret email and do a commission through that. Oh, thanks, Tex. I really appreciate that. Just imagine the dumbest or absurd or weird thing possible for an animal and then freehand it or whatever. Right. Is it the one called Dragonology? I think it is, yes. Oh, hi, Jake. Thank you for being here. Very cool to see you. Dragonology, I'm sure it is. Yeah, that's the one. God, I love that book. Sorry, I'm looking at images of... Right. And then you had... I remember the art looking very different. Maybe I'm thinking of two different books. Like, there was this book and then there was another book. It was told from the perspective... No, it was it was Dragonology. Hang on. It was this image. That's the one. I know which one this is. Okay. I have placed it in a very strange position. There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, that was it. Thank you very much, Jake. Anyway, continuing on. Okay, let's get back to it. Sorry, I keep taking sips of my nice juice. It's like lemonade if it was bad for you. Which lemonade already is, so... Okay. We're gonna keep this snub nose, because I quite like it, but it's just a little bit long. It's a healthy snub nose. It looks like what not bulldogs. It looks like what pugs used to look like. Does that make sense? Like, everyone's seen like that image of pugs from early 1900s where they look like a completely different animal. Early 1900s. Late 1800s? Something around those time. It was black and white, I had to assume. Let's see. So then it would be quite round. And then we would grow it... you know what? No, it would look a lot more like that. I think that is a much more logical thing. And then we can have big old horn. See, it's got the little one over here. It's got the little one over here. Big one over here. And then again, we've got the ridges, as all dragon horns must have. And now how would that... So it's a little bit of a cute nose. It would be like... Okay, so we'd still have that little uprise. That probably wouldn't change. Let's see. Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta figure out how this is supposed to work biologically. I've given it a very strange angle. I know. Hang on. Mayhaps if I flipped it. Okay. I see it. I'm back on it. I'm back here. So it would be... Yeah, animal snarling is one of the most difficult things for me personally to draw. Because I understand where like all the... Like the way... How it's supposed to stretch. Like I understand it's supposed to like bunch up here. It's supposed to raise up there. It's so difficult to make it look good. Specifically like it's really hard to do with real animals. It's impossible to just imagine for a fantastical animal. Which is why, of course, I've chosen to to show it in this exact pose. There was no possible way for me to have done it any other way. Okay. It's got big molars for chomping. Actually, what do pescatarian, not pescatarian, but what does seal teeth look like? I'm trying to, like, they're quite, yeah, many teeth about the same height, if I'm not remembering wrong. I might be. It might be multiple rows of teeth as well. Okay, so hang on. Okay. So that is, you know, we're just not gonna do the snarl. She'll be looking very menacing, but she will not be having a snarl. Hello, little guy. You have a very scary parent. Scary because I don't know how to draw her. Okay, let's... And then let's bring back some of that floof. Just a little bit. It's more scary to have mutton chops than to not have anything at all there. You can quote me on that. Okay, it looks a bit more like a lion-ish. I did base the face on a cat, so I guess I can't really complain when it looks like a leopard. Lion? Tiger. Let's say tiger. Still might be a little on the cute side. Then again, aren't most big cats cute? There we go, that's a little bit more interesting. Let's do something like... See, I'm aiming for lynx-like, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm there. The trick is to turn their heads into rubbery Play-Doh, right? Cone-shaped teeth for fish-eating animals usually. Really? Okay. Well, I've kind of got that here. I've kind of got it all sorted. And then, of course, you have this dark maw. Could probably have some kind of foul acid pouring out of the mouth. Okay, let's... What would be the most interesting look for the eye? Because I've made them quite flat against the face. Let's... huh? Okay, she's not terrifying, she's just watching. You know, you see a parent, like a wild animal out in the middle, in let's say, I don't know, Game Drive. And they just kind of look at you like that. Let's see. I was aiming for something like a mane, but I fear I've maybe gone a little bit overboard with this. No, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We got this. No, wait, no. Okay. Let me just fix that up a little bit. There we go. Now you look a little bit more even. Let's flip you back around, see if I've done an okay job. Okay. Now that's terrifying. It's giving vulture. Actually, basing a dragon on a vulture would be very interesting, I think. Okay. Okay, it would be something like that. The bones would have to be thicker. Yeah, the joints, the muscles, they'd have to be a lot more there. It couldn't be that thin. So if we go like that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, and then you got the little nosy, little lumps going up the nose, which then become very large lumps up the nose. And then that can just follow through the whole back, I feel. You will not be riding this thing comfortably, I'm afraid. It's just not gonna happen. Okay. Oh, the most common vulture here is the turkey vulture with a bald head and neck. Listen, listen, listen. I was thinking of the ones with like the fluffy neck mantles? No, the I was thinking your classic vulture, right? They've got the white like ruff around their neck. I was thinking that, but now this is like if a lynx was melting. And I think that's a lot more fun. With a little bit of vulture in there. Because they also have very thick black feathers on the rest of their body, aside from the white scruff. At least the ones I'm thinking of. It's your, you know, your classic vultures. The ones they show in cartoons. No, I can't be more eloquent than that. What are you talking about? Okay, so that follows up, but then will peel back a bit. So you're just dealing with the sphinx flesh. Which I imagine by this point would have toughened quite a bit. The membrane wouldn't be, oh, that's interesting. I imagine if they were like quite young and they couldn't fly yet, their wings just would be like gossamer thin almost. Like you could puncture them really easily when they're young. And they would grow back, but it would set them back developmentally, like it wouldn't be a fun time. And by set them back, I mean like it would take longer for them to learn to fly, not permanently. Maybe permanently, I don't know. Feels like a design flaw to have them be like super easy to puncture and then unrepairable once they are. But I've seen nature do worse. What's the rule for baby birds? I imagine it's just you're screwed. Let's do that. So you can see, there we go, there's a little bit more of a sort of a sharper side-like corner to it, inner side to it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see, what else? Oh, I finally finished The Boys today. Very recently. By finished, I mean I'm all caught up. I'm ready for season 5. I'm excited. Very good show. Very gory, but very good. Let's see. I've also been playing a lot of Avatar Frontiers? Question mark? That's something anyone here is into? I doubt it, but that would be quite funny if you were. Because it feels like the general consensus is that even Like, it's gotten a bit of a better rap. The reviews have gotten better after the third movie came out, but it is still considered to be one of the more Ubisoft games, which I do understand. I feel that way sometimes playing it. I'm working my way through the side quest before I move on to the second part of the main story. It's been a bit of a drag, but I am very much enjoying it. No, I don't know if this is an endorsement. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's not, okay, no fur except for I think on the mantle. And then it can be like that and give it a bit of a, yeah, a little bit of a, oh, what's the term? Widow's Peak. That is quite terrifying. But there's nothing more terrifying than a balding person. So we're gonna give him just a lot of space there. There we go. We still got the 3 ridges for the and again, we can grow it up the ears just a little bit, and then it has to come down. And there. Huh. Little too high, but that's okay. There. Nice, okay. I remember I had an idea for a drake that had magnesium spikes on itself and it would like them to use it as a flashbang. Nice. Is Avatar 3 actually good? Has anybody seen it? I've seen it. It's actually my favorite of the 3. Which I am just as surprised about that as you probably are. I went into it with all of the doubts in the world. I was not expecting it to be any sort of good. And then it took me by surprise. It was fairly decent. It tied a lot of what frustrated me about the second movie. In a really nice way. Like it was very clear by the end of it that it was supposed to be a trilogy. It was supposed to be like 2 and 3 were supposed to be like a single plot line, a single storyline. The reason that you had a like big fight at the end of the second movie was because it was the end of a movie and you had to have one, which is what it felt like. But then a lot more stuff pays off and it's a lot more satisfying in the third movie. I actually have been meaning to watch the first and the second movies again just to double check that it is actually as put together as it felt when I got out of the theaters after watching the third one, because it did feel much better. It felt good. It felt satisfying in a way that the second movie had really not given me. So that is my 2 cents on the third movie. I also think the dynamic between, oh god, I don't remember either of their names. The Colonel. I did watch it with Giorgio. That is part of the that is important information to know. We both went into the theaters. Giorgio was ride or die. Ride or die Avatar. This is going to be the best movie all time. I had so much skepticism. I was so ready to just make fun of the movie the whole time. And I kind of did, but it was very fun. Anyway, the relationship between The Colonel and the new character, extremely funny. Fantastic. It made everything worth it. It was great. They played it for laughs. It was a very good time. Highly recommend it. Go watch the movie just to see that unfold for yourself. I think that's a very fun thing to see. You can watch it on streaming when it comes out, I assume. Don't worry about theaters if you don't want to. The theater we went to was it's been recently remodeled, and it went from like a Ster-Kinekor cinema to a new Metro cinema. And one of their biggest theaters is like the Screen X one, and they had on the side, so they had projectors like on the sides of the screen, so that it was like an almost it was a 3D movie, and then they were also doing like the stuff on the peripherals where I don't know what they were doing. They were like extending the visuals. I don't know how on earth they managed that. I have to assume that it was a custom a custom job. Like they did it like somewhere in New Metro. They've got like a guy whose job is to extend this screen. I don't know if they did that by cropping stuff out on the top and bottom so that it was just like you could see stuff on the sides. I don't know if they like AI generated it. I don't know if they had like someone actually make, because you could see things on the side. Like maybe they were just stretching out like the very edges of it so that like it looked like, it wasn't always the case. Sometimes you could tell you were seeing the whole movie. Like someone had gone in and like done editing to make it like a fluid-ish experience. What a crazy thing to see. I was not expecting it. I didn't know that that was something that was even that like even existed in South Africa. I didn't know we got 3 screen movie theaters. What are you talking about? So that was a very fun time. Also crazy experience. Really good movie if you don't remember the characters' names, huh? I don't remember anyone's names. I need you to understand, I watch too many things and I don't remember anyone's names. Like at a certain point, like many years ago, I just stopped paying attention to names. And that has kind of hindered me in certain ways when it comes to like analyzing media. But like I can often point out like, oh, this character, and then go back and be like, okay, that was their name, that was their name, that was their name. It's more a hindrance in the way of like communicating my opinions on things rather than affecting my actual opinion. Does that make sense? I hope so. But you know me, I remember nothing. I have the memory of my I have the memory of several members of my family wherein things are just, it's probably gonna get worse as I get older, which I'm not looking forward to, but it's okay, because I can just write things down. Probably. I don't know. Come back in like 5 years, we'll see how much I've degraded over time. Oh, what if they had little, yeah, just like little back of the leg kind of like hair, like they missed while shaving. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, we've started Yellow Jackets, and I'm trying very hard to remember names because they're cutting back and forth through different time periods and swapping out actors for like the past and present time periods. So it's important for me to remember names. I'm studying the names. I remember 2 of them. Do you let things burn when you're cooking too? Actually, no. I don't. That is something I don't do often. Okay, listen. I never burn things. I did technically burn the Hasselback potatoes I made last night. In my defense, I'd never made them before. And they were also undercooked in the middle. So like I did both. It was not a successful evening. But I don't burn food. Normally. Normally. I'm fine. Okay, where would the ribcage? The ribcage would end about there, right? So you would have a little bit of a dip. Is a very hungry guy. That, or something regurgitate to make themselves lighter for flight. I believe I saw that in that BBC documentary. Where that was like a concept for how dragons could be light enough to get themselves off the ground. Is that they would literally just hack up whatever it is they'd just eaten or had digesting. I don't know. I feel like bulimic animals that evolved to be bulimic might not be a great method for survival, question mark, but I think they explained it a bit better in the actual documentary. I don't know. I have a bias against those documentaries, so I shouldn't be mean. Why does the dragon have mutton chops? Because mutton chops are scary. You ever met a guy with mutton chops in the modern day? It's terrifying. There we go. Let's do that instead. There you go. That feels a little bit more 3D. They are mutton chops, however. You can't get around that. They just are mutton chops. Oof. Getting an Alzheimer diagnosis in 60 years, getting forgetful so nothing's changed. Oof. Oof. Don't predict my diagnoses. That's terrifying. I don't know. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about getting old. It's terrifying. How big would the wings would probably be bigger than that, honestly. Something like that. I'm making up muscle groups here. I'm not entirely sticking with what I feel it should be. Yeah. They probably would have quite like, which part of the body am I thinking of? Back muscles? Specifically. So they would have some hectic back muscles, but now I'm pretending that they're all in the front here with the way that I've drawn them. So actually they should all be here. So the back should be a bit heftier. Right. Okay. And then let's have that. Right, okay, so I did say from the ribcage, but I also said from the stomach, so let's not go too crazy. But the shoulders for the wings, not the front legs. Ah, yeah. Just thick jack shoulders, yeah. Komodo dragons vomit when they need to run away. Oh, I stand corrected, never mind. And I suppose geckos do lose their tails when they need to run, so that's also not a great... It's fine, they grow back. There you go. See? That'll grow back. They're fine. And then it's a lot more terrifying when the older ones have them. They've been in some scraps. They know their way around a battlefield. Let's see. Yeah, I do feel the wings would be quite a bit bigger. Can I shrink them again, mayhaps? Mayhaps? Yeah, okay, so they would be... that feel better to look at? Not exactly. See, we're gonna just keep going till it feels good to look at it. Okay, let's... We're also gonna... yeah, there we go. A bit more fur on that shoulder blade as well. That felt a bit wrong. Okay. Anyway, back to it. Let's just take that. That's fine. And then, hang on. Okay. Yeah. Fine. I'm not taking this too seriously. This is the point of the stream. That looks a bit better. That feels a bit better. Still not super happy with the way this wing is formed. Ah, you know why? It's because I didn't give... There we go, that's it. And then if I just extend it down a bit, then you can imagine that it would come like that. Yeah, okay. And then this one. Let's see if I can't make it a little bit better looking. Huh. Maybe it would be more like that. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine how it is. No, it would be more like that, because it would be pulled down by the rest of the wings membrane. Okay, so like that. There we go. Now that feels a little bit better. No, no, no. Oh no, okay, you know what, it's fine, it's fine. The wings look fucked up, but that's okay. Okay, this is fine. They're a lot harder to do when they're big, when they're grown. Okay. Okay. It's a lot more lion-shaped, isn't it? No, you just have a bit of mane there. We're just gonna give him a little bit of a smoking problem. I'm trying my best. Can't obfuscate detail for cuteness anymore, yeah. I just imagine your head feeling like a hot air balloon. Ah! Only a little. It's fine, it's fine. We've got a good structure going. I just have to do the back half now. You know what? This is what makes, I think, How to Train Your Dragon's designs so fascinating and so good as well. Is they managed to make their dragons look. They're not pretty, right? They're not traditionally like cute, adorable. They don't have all of like the. I mean, okay, Toothless is kind of the exception. Toothless is gorgeous. But the vast majority of the other dragons within the extended universe of How to Train Your Dragon are they're lizard shaped. They have like knobbly knees, and they have like, you can see where like the legs you can see the joints in the legs. They have these like big wobbly like large heads. They have these like these traits. Like if you just look like the deadly Nada, the shape of the head specifically is on its own not adorable. It's not cute. It's not cool looking, right? But it's good. It's cute. I really like the design for the deadly Nada. Like, and it's what makes it so fun to, I think, maybe insert yourself into that universe as well, because everyone likes a different kind of dragon, because each dragon appeals to a different kind of person. Some people think that the monstrous nightmare is like really, really cool looking. It's not for me, but it is objectively in a certain light cool looking, and at the same time it's not traditionally sleek looking. Like, it's not cool looking. It's got that same like like the How to Train Your Dragon like style emphasizes kind of like these very lizard-like looking dragons. I think that's really, really cool. I don't know, maybe I'm speaking nonsense, but that's just kind of my that's what I've always kind of thought in terms of like the design of the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon. They just look very, very cool. As you go on through the movie, some of them are, you can kind of see like designed to be cool, but also not really. The oh, I don't know that one's name. The owl-like dragon, the one that Hiccup's mom flies in the second movie. That again, it's so cool looking, but it also has like certain design choices to it that are like, feel like they were made more for the sake of making it look like a real creature and not to make it look cool. Does that make sense? We've developed the sphere of this animal for a millennia, now they're in our psyche. Eh. Yeah. I find all the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon cute. Yeah, but it's not traditionally cute. Even the little guys, the little like ugly ones, the dog-sized ones. They are the terrible terrors. They are so ugly looking. If you are a certain kind of person, which I am. But people find them cute. People find them really cute. They're cute in the same way that like pugs are cute. It's really nice. I think it's, and I'm not saying pugs aren't cute. I'm saying like, depending on the perspective a person has, they can find pugs to be cute, or they can find them to be not very cute. It's a very fun and interesting way to do creature design. It's cool. And it's also bloody difficult as well to find that balance between hideous and cute and all of these little like spaces in between. It could have gone so many other different ways. It could have been uncanny valley. It could have been, you know, objectively like off-putting to look at. It could have been just very like plain and like again like objectively cool looking, but they aren't. They're just cool. I like them. Hannah hates pugs. No. Straight up calling the dragons ugly, don't you think about their self-esteem? I don't have an opinion here. I do not have a horse in this race. I do not think about dragon appearances. Pugs are so horribly inbred. Yeah, that is actually I'm not going to complain about how they look. I'm going to complain about like the actual, their health concerns. Like I mentioned earlier, you look at old pictures and artwork of pugs from back in the day, they look completely different. They aren't technically supposed to look like how they do now. In the same way that like there's a whole industry around certain dog breeds that is just so horrifically, like, encouraging inbreeding in these dogs because it's making them so much money. What am I thinking of? It's the mini bulldog, micro bulldog. It's yeah, but it's a huge problem. They're these extremely expensive like show dogs that are just so inbred. I think they all descend from one specific bully, yeah, like a micro bully or something like that, mini bully. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's not a great thing. It's not a great thing to look at. But that's what I'm saying. I think that those micro bullies, mini bullies, they are kind of not great looking, but a lot of people really like how they look. They think it's like sleek. They think it's, I guess a lot of it's tied into the fact that it's like super expensive as well, but like they think it's a good look for a dog. And again, it's objective. I kind of guess so because they look like their legs are kind of doing this, which can be a choice for a designer or a breeder, I guess, but the problem is how you get there. Okay, I'm going on a complete ramble. What's happening? There's been some interesting developments in unbreeding of heavily inbred dog breeds by bringing in more genetic diversity from more diverse breeds. That sounds cool. That sounds good. I'm sure they'll lose their like monetary value or whatever, but I mean, as long as the dogs are healthy and happy, I don't think that's a loss at all. The term for that is outbreeding. How fitting. Those dogs do not look happy or healthy. Yeah. I'm an oaf and a knave. I mean, hey, I can't disagree with you. I did say earlier that I don't know how. I did say earlier that I can't remember things, like names, in movies. They don't look like they can run well? Yeah. That's why mutes are the only true dogs. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mutes? Never heard of them. Guys, don't be mean. I'll set the I'll set the moderator on you. I can do that now. Mods, turn them inside out. Rah! I always get sad when I see pugs. I'm sorry. Understandable. I'm sorry. Your dragon looks like a lynx with his sideburns. Oh, thank you. As you can see, I've shrunk him down. So we can move on to another one. But I do quite like the original. I think a fluffy dragon was a very good choice. Oh, mutts, I think they meant. Ah, yeah, no, mutts are the only healthy breeds. That is kind of my opinion as well. A lot of my previous dogs have all been crosses or mutts. So it's a I can't say what people call them here. Anyway, it's Giorgio ban Hannah. No. I can't. I have all the power here. Can we do a snake dragon now? Yeah, for sure. Actually, when I was younger, ooh, this was fun. It was such a dumb design idea. It was literally just a snake with wings. Just the winged snake, which I think is something that already existed and has already existed in folklore. But, you know, when I was little, I thought that it was a really original move. Way back in primary school, I had like a real, I guess, passion would be the word. I really liked making wire creatures. right? So like animals out of wire, out of just yeah, I had all the crimping tools and everything, and I would kind of like take them to school with me and annoy all the teachers because I had rolls of wire in my bag. And I made all these like 3D models out of them, and then when I was done, I would cover them in masking tape, so they would look like whole creatures with skin instead of just tape, you know. And I did a bunch of creatures. I had a lot of fun with it was such a simple design, but it was also, it was literally just an emu. Well, not even an emu. I don't think it even had a body. It was just these that was just it. That was all I did. And it was made out of metal, and I had like a little roll here, and then I covered the whole thing in tape. And then because they were wire covered in tape, you could move them, right? So they could like be moved anatomically. And I had a lot of fun with that. I really enjoyed that. Is it any wonder that I am the way I am now today? Because of that. I think they all got thrown away when I was a little bit older, though. That's a bit sad. Like I could not tell you where they are today. So I have to say that they're probably all gone. Which is very sad. I wish I'd saved at least one. Save your art that you make as a child. You will miss it. Anyway, so today we'll be making a snake with wings. Let's see if I can make it an interesting pose as well. So something like... They're all gonna look a little dorky. Again, they're lizards. Do a dragon made of only hands and arms, no body or head, but eyes and mouth. Right, right. The fun thing about those is that you can always make another. Yeah, but I don't have any of the tools for it now. I don't have the wire cutters, I don't have the pliers. And like, I could just go out and get those, but then spend like 200 rand on like a box? Nah. And then spending money on the wire? Nah. I don't have time for that kind of stuff anymore anyways. Which is a bit sad, again. Maybe when I'm old, I'll pick it up as a hobby. I'll sell them to the children. Surely it'll be popular with the children and they whatever thing we'll have instead of phones in 50 years. The Matrix, presumably. Anyway, where was I? Right. There we go. So we'll be able to see the back muscles clearly. And they were winged snakes, so they had feathered wings as well. It was a complete mashup of biology. Very, very wishful thinking on childhood me part. Can I draw it, you silly goose? No! It's not the same. It's not anatomical. I can't move it. It doesn't move. Draw a goose dragon? I'd love to draw a goose dragon. Hang on, let me... This might just be a pterodactyl when I'm... A pterodactyl when I'm done. Okay, so we'd be like that, and then... let's see... And then like that. Is that too long? Is that too much? Let's give it another one. Another one. Oh, you know what would be even better? Celtic knots. We're doing this now. I can make it work. Let's just make it like that instead. No. Okay, so it would be like that, and then we'd have it like that. Maybe not. Maybe a snake is a bad idea. How hard could it be to do a string? There we go. Simple is best, simple is best. Don't look at it for too long. Goose Hydra. The next Labubu's Hannah's White Dragons. Don't tempt me. You can't say that I'll do it. I'm a desperate artist. Like I was talking about in the Discord, just needs to be as big as a predatory creature and boom, dragon. I was actually saying earlier, you can make dragons real tiny. They don't have to be like massive predators. We'll give him a little horn on the nose too, because that's what makes it a dragon. I say after dismissing the size and predator angle. A crab dragon. I do like snakes. To a certain degree. I like snakes when I know they're not poisonous. Like that's fine. It's just seeing a snake in the wild. Where I grew up, there were a lot of night adders and puff adders. So odds are if you saw a snake, that snake could kill you. So I have a little bit of a panic every time I see one in the wild. I have a lot of like near misses when it comes to snakes. One time I was in the living room at my childhood home. I get a call from the front door, and it's my dad with and he's like stanced out, like he's got his hands out, he's like his knees are bent, he's going like, Hannah, come here, and he's like, no, stop, and like I'm heading to the front door because he's outside the front door looking at like the welcome mat, and I'm like oblivious up until like the very last point. He's like holding his hand like stop, and I look down, and I'm not wearing shoes. There is a night adder curled up on the welcome mat in a ball. He was calling me so that I would go get one of the walking sticks so we could sort of like move it out of the way. And that was fun. I almost just walked onto a night adder at one time. Anyway, so I've never felt safe around snakes ever again after that. Again, some of them are fine. Sometimes you see them in the garden and you just gotta leave. You've gotta make a mental note of where it is and then just go on with the rest of your day. Let the people in your vicinity know that it's there so that no one steps on it. And then you just carry on. You just carry on. Other times, you panic and almost stand on it. Anyway. You were born on the year of the snake, of course snakes are drawn to you. I was. I say that. Didn't we just have the year of the snake? I grew up in the big city, never had this problem. It was mostly people I was scared about. Oh no. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it depends on what you're growing up around, huh? See, now this is something snakes should never have. Shoulder blades. Do you think they'd like bulge out a little bit? Like that's where like their quote unquote like rib cage, like the whole thing's rib cage. So maybe they wouldn't have, but then like because there's muscles there, it would be shaped a bit differently. Like they would have like a hump. So it would be like that. You know? Because that's where all the muscle gotta be. That makes sense to me. I don't know. Ireland meant the only snakes I saw were in zoos. I remember when I was younger, like reading that you know, you didn't have any snakes in Ireland, and they're like, well, you know, St. Patrick was credited with driving the snakes out of Ireland, which also is it's a not double entendre, but it has a second meaning that. But I remember just thinking, oh my god, I wish I'd been born in Ireland. I wish I'd grown up in Ireland. Oh, to live without any snakes at all. Let's see if I can remember how flight feathers work. You've got the top ones here. You get the flight ones there. This is for a specific kind of bird. I think this is for a falcon. If I draw it properly, it's for a falcon. If not, then don't judge me. Let's see. And then you have this like that, and you have this kind of long stretch out, and then you have more. Do we have more ones at the top here? I can't quite remember. I don't think so. That doesn't quite look right to my eye. There's something here that differentiates these flight feathers from the rest of the flight feathers. I think it's just that they are shaped a bit different, and then the rest kind of come up like that. I don't know. I'm drawing this all from memory. You must give me a little bit of grace here. Something, birds are hard to draw, something. There's some artists out there who just are so incredibly good at drawing wings. Like they've done studies on them to make sure that they have every detail right. It's beautiful. Me, I draw from memory and I get it wrong like a true like a true artist. Oh no. So, let's see. Let's see, something like that. I feel like would make sense. I don't know. You've got to be very tiny when it comes to snakes. I draw with a reference but still get it wrong. Don't worry. That's something that always happens. No matter how good you get. Never gets better. No, I am kidding. I am kidding. My rule of thumb is that you're always better than you think you are. Like, you might look at something you made, it's not great to your eye, but it's always going to be, like, someone else is going to look at that and think it is the most incredible thing they've ever seen. Even if you're a beginner, even if you're starting out, it's the amazing thing about art is that it is for everyone. So, no matter who you are, your art's going to reach someone. So, you're probably much better than you think, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Oh, mosquitoes, hang on. This is why I hate summer. Give me a sec. Hang on, 5 minute, 5 minute break. I gotta. It's an ancient technique of using mosquito lotion to keep the fuckers away. Okay. Hate summer, you and me both, yeah. One good thing about being in the rancid savage land of England, no mosquitoes on my end for some reason. Ah, I see. Well, lucky you. Ah, okay. Let me just double check something. Okay. We are running through the right mic. You guys would have told me at the beginning if it was the wrong mic. It would have sounded terrible. Okay. My extremely squeaky chair. Please ignore it. One day I shall get a new one that does not squeak. But that day is far away. Anyways, if you were a flying snake, what pattern would your scales be? It's like My Little Pony, except slightly less of a wider audience appeal. Plaid? Okay, we have discovered there is a wrong answer. Plaid. There you go. Let's see. Hang on. Anyway. It's a good exercise trying to hit mosquito. I like punching mosquitoes, right. The best hobby. If I fly, then probably the World War II warplane camouflage, so white bottom and green top. Cool, that'd be fun. I actually like that idea. Okay, I have given him feathers at the end of his tail because I think it's cute. And now you will maybe resemble Quetzalcoatl. They're kind of... I mean, listen, feathered serpent. I think this fits if it's just going by the description of feathered serpent. I think we've got a Quetzalcoatl. Otherwise, it's just a feathered snake. It's a winged snake. I do like his little face. His little rectangle face, as was said in chat. Summer's in Liberia and Singapore, by the rain or by the sweat, either way will get wet. Ah, yes, the humidity. I'm so sorry. Overkill is the way of life. The snake looks like a horse. Everything looks like a horse to you. You're gonna say this is like a horse too. Okay. What was that about a goose dragon I hear? I feel like this is also a pretty common design as far as dragons go. Let's size you up a little bit. I feel like I've got a good idea of which proportions I'm going with. Ah, yes, Nessie, I see. Yes, yes. Oh, hi David. I'm glad you could pop in for a few minutes too. I'm sorry if you have to go. Thank you for coming. Do a dragon made of only hands and arms, no body or head, but eyes and mouth. That's so hard. Why? No, hands. My weakness. Okay, wait. So if it's a... Okay. If it's... What do geese look like? They look like this. Okay. Behold, a geese. So it would make sense to have a completely flat... Ooh, fun. Okay, completely flat here. I am going to be taking a lot of inspiration from dinosaurs, I fear. Let's see. Kind of a... Okay, so we're thinking toucan, right? So toucan beak with, you know, with very small underside of the mouth. Aw, bye Rosemary, thank you so much for joining. Dragons with wings, but the wings are giant human hands. Ooh. Oh, maybe. Ooh, that's terrifying. That would be cool, but that's terrifying. What kind of dragon... What circumstances would have to occur for a dragon like that to exist? I wonder. Does it only climb? Like, it can't fly, but boy, can it, like, scale a high-rise? Let's see. There you go. Any horns? Ooh, you know what's better than a horn? A frill. Oh, that looks so bad. Oh, I hate it actually. Okay. I wonder if something... Something more chicken-coded, maybe. I know we're doing geese, but I'm thinking. Okay. How on earth would this thing fly, is my question. Do it like a cockatoo. Have I not done that like a cockatoo? Close enough. There we go. And then it's like a little bit more, so like it goes one direction, other direction, and then you've got a nice bit of balance with the head. That might be a bit too much. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Of course, there's the matter of the legs. Let's say they come like that. This is quite basic. It reminds me a lot of those egg-stealing dinosaurs. Forgive me for not remembering the name of anything ever. Looks like Nessie, yeah. Bailey flies like a chicken. Give it the goose tongue, a tongue with teeth on it. Oh, that's horrifying. I love it. Yeah, it's the best I can do, I'm afraid. And then we can give it a bit of membrane between the inner elbow. Okay. Let's have it more like that. And then it'll cross over. Like that. This is looking very dinosaur-esque, I will say. How many of these have I done with just the goofiest expressions? Only these two look like they have intelligence in their eyes, and one of them wants to kill you. And then it could also have, semi-aquatic. So it would have webbed toes here as well. There we go. Okay. Its body is very chicken-shaped, isn't it? Well, I guess goose-shaped in this scenario. What can we give the tail now to give it a little bit of a flare? Can do the same thing as the head. And then in theory that would help it with swimming, right? There we go. See what I've done there? Okay. You see, this is the real Nessie. All along. Most lizards have a look of just learning what object permanence is before forgetting again. Right. What's worse and scarier, if it has smart intelligence and it wants to kill you? Yes. I also remember as a high schooler writing a story where dragon is what humans called the fauna of this alien planet they were colonizing. Cool. How big are these species anyways? This one is Nessie sized. This one is... let's say... about... yeah. About that size. I feel like that's about right. It could just eat you and still be hungry later. This one is big. And this one is about the size of a spoon. Eat your medicine, child. There we go. There we go. Messy. Huge beasts. Be careful, Stickman. The thing is that this could step on you and not really realize that it had happened until way too late in the game. Actually, if it was more aquatic, its feet would probably be bigger too, huh? Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Nice. Okay. You ruined the flying snake? Did you want it to be huge? I'm not at all. I could eat it by accident. Right. Oh god, could you do a dragon made of assorted dead human parts all messed together in all the wrong ways to make you feel icky? That's a fascinating challenge. I kind of want to try it. I don't know. It might not be that good looking when it's done. Hang on. We're gonna just make him fit the page a bit. No, he's taking over. There we go. There we go. And then we'll just shift. You know what? This is the trouble with working on a base layer. There we go. Now it's better. There we go. What was that? Dead human parts? Frankenstein's dragon. yeah. That's a bit of a nicer name. Let's call him Frankenstein's dragon. Snake that small, I fear he can have a very powerful venom. Ooh, that'll be fun. Yeah. There's like a stinger under the tail. It's just very, very upsetting. A borzoi dragon with a long snout. Ah. Oh. Human arm for a head. Oh. I'm terrified. This is so horrifying. Rotting necromorph dragon. I don't know. Okay, well, let's give it these, nice glowing eyes. Okay, hang on. Can't guarantee this is gonna look like anything recognizable. See, this is a Resident Evil boss. This is what you have me making. This is a Resident Evil. I can see it. I can see what it's turning into. I'm fine. Okay. And you guys are happy with this? Okay, listen, the hands are not gonna look perfect. We're just gonna ignore that, okay? See, I do actually like horror. I'm just not very good at drawing it. This is truly a horrifying concept. Necromancy coin is rising. Right, right. I'm gonna fuck up the fingers in places, and it is intentional, and it's not because I'm using AI, I swear. I do have a bit of a problem where I do forget fingers. Like, the easy way to do fingers is like this, where it's like, it's vague impressions, and you're kind of like, you know, you're just gonna like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do... And then like, you kind of get like, a little lost in the sauce in places, and then you end up like with like... My problem is that I always make one less finger, because for a while when I was younger, I drew, you know, because the cartoon style is to have 4 fingers instead of 5, because that's easier to animate. Or at least I've always assumed it's because it's easier to animate. But then I have a bit of a problem where like now I have to sometimes consciously count the fingers. It's kind of part of like the quality checks I have to do. And so especially when I do YouTube videos, I have a problem where like I'll sometimes do like the hands like this, and then I'll just kind of go like that, and then not think about it anymore. And it's the wrong number of fingers. And I've had more than one person say that it's AI because of that. Which is interesting. I find it interesting that people, at least some members of the public, aren't entirely sure as to what AI is or looks like. Especially because one of the comments I've had it on is for a YouTube short, and the more modern YouTube shorts, if you've seen them, the ones that I've made at least, well, modern being a speculative term, they're all about a year old now. But I do them all digitally, and you see me draw them as we go, and it's very interesting to have people say that it's you know, AI. But I also can't blame them. It is my mistake that they look that way, so I shouldn't expect them to know, especially if you aren't very well versed in art or digital art or the process of it or what AI can and cannot do. I also assume that the person saying it was probably quite young, so that's the fun thing about the internet. People can just say things. Is this what you wanted, by the way? The fingers are in fact getting longer. This is horrifying. It's gonna have too many joints in its leg, isn't it? Something, something, Stranger Things. Demogorgon. Oh, sorry. Ah, okay. I have more joints. I do like the thing that often happens when you do hands for art, where they like come around the side and are like curling around. Hands take so long to draw though. They're annoying. Something something Dark Souls monster question mark help. Backwards bent leg? Yeah, no, 100%. You gotta give them the micro bully sort of like stance. Which, oh, that feels cruel to say. Huh, okay. Sorry if I've been quiet for a while, I'm focusing very heavily on these fingers. This is terrifying. Maybe not terrifying, but it's certainly interesting. It's not a dragon I've seen before. Yeah, the fingers are getting more fucked up as we go. I'm losing my ability to remember what fingers look like. The playlist throws me off with every song, but in a good way. Oh god! I did my best with the playlist, but I am not very good at putting together playlists. It's a bit of a problem where it's like, this kind of stuff is like, okay, I want lo-fi, right? But then you also have to make sure that it's copyright free, and that kind of limits your options. Which is why they may sound a little bit jumbled together, but they're pretty good. I quite like them at least. Hey. Yay. Let's see. We have made some truly horrific things here tonight. Personally, my favorite is the goose. This one has to walk on a stub, which is a bit unfortunate. Do you think this is Lovecraftian, or have we abandoned Lovecraftian and gone somewhere else? Add a human screaming in fear inside its chest, pushing against the skin in a way that lets you see their face and the terror on it. Oh my god! I'm gonna do it, but that's terrible. That's terrifying. Its skin does seem quite paper thin, doesn't it? See, now this wouldn't quite work unless we had... let's see, if we had like maybe a yellow, sickly yellow sort of backlight on it here. So the source would be right there. And then you would have, you'd be able to see through the skin and see the silhouette of the person inside. I think that would work pretty decently to absolutely horrify every single person, both watching this stream and whoever may look at it afterwards. Lovecraft would consider this a low-level horror right below penguins. Okay, fine. Well, what if I told you it was made of colors never seen before by any human eye? That was very... that was very Red-esque, wasn't it? I've been meaning to get my hand on Lovecraftian books, but they're surprisingly difficult to find in libraries around here. Libraries and bookshops. Like, you're just not going to find a secondhand copy of anything Lovecraftian around here. Or at least I haven't, and listen, I've been looking for a while. Lots of Douglas Adams, but no Lovecraft. I remember mentioning it to a couple family members in the past, and none of them knew what I was talking about. But the interesting thing is that, I mean, okay, so you also get like audiobooks here, right? Like on YouTube and stuff. Some of it I think is maybe just reaching the public domain round about now. So I've listened to the audiobook for like the Dunwich Horror. But unfortunately a lot of my other knowledge of the series, my knowledge of it comes from the assortment of movies and games and extended media. Ugh, I only know about Cthulhu through the pop culture around him, and like I kind of know the breakdown of like the story or the plot of the story. I'd love to be able to read all of them one day though. You know, as a learning experience, not because I believe in his politics or anything. Shifting mound coded, nice. You're not missing much. The best Lovecraft stuff was not written by Lovecraft. Ooh. Ooh. If anyone ever said that about my stuff, I would die. I mean, I guess he is already dead, but like, ooh. I guess it's... Listen, he was influential for like laying the groundwork for a whole genre of horror. I mean, yeah, he was. I mean, before you had, nothing quite like it, you know, not with that same kind of, like, aesthetic. Can you play the Cthulhu dating game? Oh boy, can I? That's a great idea! Okay. It's going on the poll. It's going on the poll after RimWorld. That's a bit, oh no, that's a terrible idea. Oh. Maybe. It's not even a horror game, but I would still probably like find a way to freak myself out playing it. Yeah, sure, why not? You watch overly sarcastic productions, Respect Lost. You watch them too. I know this. I know this for a fact. Sucker for Love, yeah! God, the problem is that I know the plot of it already. I mean, if you guys don't mind that, that's fine. It's I've seen Markiplier's playthrough of them. I don't think anyone can top the the way them. Oh, I could play the new one's too scary. The sequel to Sucker for Love, the one with the goat. That's unfortunately a bit too scary for me. I think they leaned a little bit too much into the horror for it to be something that like I can play. I am a baby. I love horror. I am an absolute baby, and I will like freak myself out. I might not be able to finish the stream. I had that realization playing Skyrim, because I genuinely did like have a moment where I was like, I remembered being a kid and playing in the first dungeon. Ah, what's it called? You know, the thing. I had a moment where I was like, oh, this is like, oh, I can never play a horror game on stream because I just might have to like leave it and like not finish. I am a baby. I am a tiny baby. I am. This is very embarrassing for me to admit, but yeah, I might have limitations when it comes to. Anyway, Markiplier mentioned King. Yeah. Oof. And this suffers a heart attack midstream. Yeah, it might be that. I'm gonna have to like keep pausing. It's gonna be borderline unwatchable. It's gonna be frustrating to watch. That's the worst part, because it's like I'm either going to like get freaked out and scared and have to like take a break and pause like multiple times, or I'm going to die repeatedly and then have to take a pause, and then I feel like that's just not going to be a fun thing to look at. But Sucker for Love is great. That's a good one. It's right on the cusp where it's like it's a fun game, and it's a jokey game. It's a rom-com romance. It's a dating sim, but then it just has all the trappings and like nods and references to Cthulhu horror. Huh. Lovecraft gets a bit done dirty. He was afraid of certain people, but also afraid of most things outside of his house. He was more of a xenophobe, with his background informing the details. I've seen a lot of character studies of Lovecraft specifically. Like, there's a lot of people that say he was, you know, awful from the very roots up to the top, and you could make that argument considering his background. You know, his family were like very xenophobic, very racist, unfortunately. He didn't come from a good background. There's a lot of mental illness running through his family. I am not entirely sure on the details of that, but it is quite a thing to have to live through when you're very young. But then that also doesn't excuse his later behaviors and his later attitudes towards real people. But then again, it was like a weird time because everyone in America was kind of like a certain degree of awful and racist, and so it's like, I don't want to it was a product of the time him, but it does kind of feel that way sometimes. But I don't know. Apparently he regretted it later on in his life and he changed his ways, and there's apparently evidence of him, you know, turning over a new leaf in his letters that say that, oh, I've you know, my opinions have been wrong, and that this was like very soon before he died. I haven't seen the letters. I haven't seen like transcripts or copies or anything of them. I did look them up for a video at one point, and I was informed by multiple sources that that was the case, but I couldn't find the actual, because I was like, I want to read the letters to make sure that this is actually what he said and I'm not interpreting it, or that like other people are interpreting it weirdly. But that does seem to be the case, but it's not very well known, and it might not be true, but I think it is because I saw it written in other sources, so I don't know. It's a weird situation. Anyway, dragon. Not excusing it, but the bigoted even by the standards of his timeline is moronic. Don't know what these people were smoking. At that point, Irish and Italians weren't considered white. That is kind of what I was thinking of when I said that as well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about Lovecraft to even be able to say anything confidently. But it's yeah. Oh, bye, Budget Carpet. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining in on the chat. It's been nice seeing your name pop up every now and then. Can you draw a dragon with its face smashed to the glass staring at a human? Right. Looks very good right now. I like the human part dragon. Okay. Let us extend the canvas, as I feel that's gonna be needed now. Okay. It is 11:17. Okay, so we've got enough time for one more. There we go. Okay. You know, if I just made the background this color, then I wouldn't have to do the little extendo with the white over the white canvas every time, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Dragon Fallon. Oh, have you guys seen the new season? Well, I mean, okay, there's only one episode out at the moment, but it's a good start. It was a slow, steady, comfy start. It feels like we're back in it. I can't wait to see what they do. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. I don't know what's coming. I'm excited to see. Do we have time for one more? Because I will keep insisting on Fallon in her hybrid dragon form. How much power does your computer have? It just seems like a supercomputer. My computer is my pride and joy. Whoop, that is... Nope. I'm turning that off. Yeah, my computer is my pride and joy. When I got my first job, I spent a good 3 to 4 months of my first pay. Like, I saved every cent and then I put it into the computer. I bought it parts only, and then I put it together to myself to save cash. It is my baby. Forgive me if I'm incorrect here. Yeah, so DDR5 motherboard, Ryzen 7 core, GeForce 3060, and a 32 gigabytes RAM. So the RAM's kind of failing me slowly as we go. I'm kind of hoping that the AI bubble crashes soon so that I can maybe afford a little bit more RAM, because at the moment it costs more than what the graphics card cost when I got it. But it is kind of a supercomputer. It is my baby, and I love it dearly. Which is why the stream crashes were so frustrating earlier. But it's okay. We good. Yeah, no, it is again, it's my pride and joy. It is my child. I picture you as a Persian cat or ragdoll cat mix. Nice! I really like that. That's a lovely mix to be. How's your martial arts homework journey going on so far? Good. Yes, I have the playlist. It is open in a tab. I'm so sorry, I haven't looked at it yet. I've been a little distracted. Yeah, it's a good... Has a 3060 calls it a supercomputer. Hey. It is my supercomputer. It's quite literally the best that I could have gotten for the price that I got it at. And I'm so proud of both the fact that I built it myself, and it's like it is something that is so completely me. It's like an extension of myself. It's like, you know how car people are with their cars? I feel like I'm this way about my PC. I do need to clean it a little bit more frequently though. Last time the dust got a little bit too bad, but I cleaned it and it's fine and it's beautiful. What was that about Fallon? Fallon, what do you look like? No, not Fallon. Fallon? Fallon's already a dragon. I can't do Fallon. Who am I thinking of? I picture myself as a naked mole rat kid on my level. Getting stuff, we're in the third world here. Yeah. I'm sorry. South Africa's a weird case. We've got a lot of like benefits that a lot of other third worlds don't have. But then I guess technically we are still considered like something. I don't think we're third world. I think we're something else. But we're not like first world either. It's a weird mix. I should learn to build my own PC. It's really good. It's like stressful Legos, where if you know what you're doing, it's really fun, and if you don't, it's terrifying. But often like things are labeled, and all the pieces that I got came with a instruction manual. And things are often labeled universally, so at least like it's easy in that regard. I managed to hook everything up right my first try. The most annoying part is installing Windows, because you need to have, or I guess Linux or whatever it is you want to install, because you need to get a USB and plug it in to the actual computer, and then like have that auto run when you turn it on for the first time. So it's a bit tricky. What could be between first and third? I don't know. It could be second, but I don't know what defines a second world country. Like, I've never heard it used to describe anything before. Is it too late to put in my Jake Long lot again? I'm designing dragons. I'm designing them. I can't just draw existing ones. I said this already. Dragon Fallon, yes, you... No. No, yay. I can't do Dragon Fallon. Fallon is already a dragon. I am thinking of... Hang on, it's coming to me. The new season just started coming out. Free run. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Crab dragon? What would a crab dragon look like? That's an interesting one. Okay, fine, we'll do the crab dragon. What about a feathered dino dragon? May I present to you the feathered dragon? It's not quite dino, but it's close. Free-range dragon could be interesting. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, oh, okay, like a dragon human hybrid, like a dragonborn kind of deal. But no, crab dragon. Okay. I'm getting a lot of crab dragon agreements. First world is America and its allies. Second is the Soviet bloc. Third world is everyone else. Really? The Soviet bloc? Is that true, or is that more of like is that a recorded categorization, or is it categorization? It can't be Soviet bloc because England's also a first world. That's America and its allies. Japan? No. Well, what's China classified as? I don't want to look. I don't know. This is a whole other bucket of fish. And we're doing one fish, the crab fish. Okay, wait. I got this. I am also drawing the crab part from memory. I refuse. It's gonna look like Mr. Krabs. I refuse to look things up. By modern standards, we're second world? Oh, okay, that's good to know. Second world by technicalities. Ah, I see. It's a Cold War classification. Ah, that makes more sense. Tala is a half dragon. Later. If we have time. I must do the crab dragon now. It's gonna look a lot like a horseshoe crab. Because that's the only one I can think of right now. Ooh, you know what would be cute? Ooh, I know what would be cute. Okay. Okay. This is beginning to look a little bit like Leos' sword. South Africa, China, Brazil, Russia, and India would be in that classification. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Great start, that's terrifying. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have an oh god, I don't like how crabs look on the undercarriage. It's like, I mean, when I say I don't like it, it's because like I can't replicate it. It's not something I can replicate from memory. It's like that, and then it's like that. Uh-huh. And then I gotta give him horns, because that's what makes a dragon. Of course. A crab dragon. A crabin kragan. Yes. Mr. Krabs, if he could fly. One, two, three. Okay. That's probably not the right number of legs for a crab. That's okay. I've forgotten how many crab legs a lake crab has. Your character unlocked dementia, Hannah. Great, thanks. He looks like Lass's living sword. Yeah, I said that earlier. It's definitely giving it the vibe, doesn't it? And then we're just gonna give him little gossamer butterfly wings. Because even though you're a crustacean, you deserve to be beautiful. And also, I cannot actually think of how a crustacean wing would look without it being like way too heavy to fly. The crab dragon should not be able to fly. The crab dragon, of course, flies anyways. Because crab dragons do not care what humans think. I'm sorry, I just joined. What on earth is that finger fractal back into the left? Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. What dragon? That's so strange. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Just don't worry about it. Maybe it spoons or something? Yeah, probably. But then, like, it can just use its legs for that. Or it would have, like, a fleshy inside that, like, expands out into these, like, little, like, paddles that it could use. What would it look like on the tail? I suppose it would just be horseshoe. Crab-esque. It's gonna pincer maneuver you. Now that's a crab. Where would a lobster's wings come from? I don't know. You just combined Dungeon Meshi, Mimic, Coinbug, and Living Armor. Thank God. I was worried I missed one of them. Oh. Hello? Are we... okay? Ah, there it is. Okay. Ta-da! Isn't he great? His name's Scallion. Like Rapscallion. Anyway, what fractal dragon? Oh, Hannah, have you got any goals for this year? Yes, I want to focus more on the Patreon. I want to focus more on YouTube. I want to see if I can really get the comic off the ground at some point this year. That's my big main goal for 2026. It certainly is a big one. Who says crabs Who says crabs can't do military tactics, right? He would have a French accent. Pistol shrimp dragon. I can only draw the pistol shrimp from Dun Dun Dun. I'm so sorry. It just waves its wings around underwater to fly through water. This way weight would be a problem. Ah, nice, yes. Oh, thank you, Gold. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a challenge, but I hope it works out. I hope I can do it justice. I like the ladle dragon, very original. The ladle dragon? You mean Nessie? Nessie's great. We love Nessie. Nice. Okay. We have time for one more little one. Monkey dragon. Wait, no, hang on. Maybe. What would a monkey dragon look like? Like, okay. As in, by monkey, I'm assuming like it's got all these. It's got its hands and feet, monkey shaped. But then like everything else would probably like it would be a climber, like a species that would climb. Chibi dragon. Who? A stock trader dragon? Right. No. Chibi's cute. Chibi's a cute one. Just a real big head. A toucan dragon? Dragon of Wall Street, right. Baboon with crocodile skin. Why not? I don't know, Chibi Dragon feels quite similar to what we started with, honestly. But surely it shall be fine. And for this one, we can be a little bit less original, I think. I mean, you are just drawing like your classic dragon as a chibi form. This feels like something from My Littlest Pet Shop. Just right off the bat. Yes, indeed. The Chibi Dragon. Oh, how he haunts me. Something Spyro is a Chibi Dragon. You have a mighty need for a monkey with scales. Ah, I see. So that was a specific request. I see. I don't know. Okay, let's do Chibi Monkey Dragon. I don't know. I don't know. Give him two little flappy ears. Let's see. Okay, assuming... Okay, how does a cartoon monkey look, right? So you've got, like, the round face. The big ears on the side. You've got the cup sort of shaped nose. Except here they would have all their fingers, and then they would have no head there, no head there. See, I can only I can't Google this. I can only visualize a monkey if I draw it real bad. There we go, and then... And then, okay, so it's like humanoid feet. Okay, I can work with this. So we can give it the cup. Face. Ah, and then they've also got that kind of thing, yeah. Okay, I see. We're getting there. Determination, exactly. We can give it gorilla arms, but cute ones. let's turn its body a little bit so you can actually see. Look at it sitting so cutely. It would never hurt anyone. And no wings, because it is a monkey. Okay. I'm not liking how humanoid the hands and feet are coming out. Okay, let's give you opposable thumbs and 3 fingers each. Icarus and Cupid were flying apes in a way. Ah, I see. A real loophole, that one. And then just the longest tail. Okay. I'm not quite sure if that's what you were expecting, but we have a kind of almost monkey. Complete with the bad monkey doodle. There we go. They're a pair. An opposable big toe? Oh my god, you're so right. There we go. Huzzah! Monkey. The only thing we're missing are the big ears. So we could do... See how that just so drastically changes its look as well. Aw, wouldn't you let him inside your house? The only thing we are missing are wings? No wings. This is a monkey. Why can't monkeys have wings? Because then they'd be flying monkeys and Dorothy would have to fight them. Not all dragons have ears though, but monkeys do. Haha, yes. It's baby Toriel. Oh. The divine monkey dragon of the chibi variety. Exactly. Next time I'll make a a Sun Wukong dragon monkey. I think that's the goal for the next one. Next time we do this. He seems like he spit acid. I can't explain it. He feels like he would hiccup fire, and then he didn't. He seems like the dragon donkey hybrids from Shrek. His ears are his wings. Oh. Next up, dragon horse. Wouldn't you like that? Unfortunately, we have reached an almost end of the stream. We can still chill. We can still talk for a little bit, but I feel this is a good place to finish it. I don't want to run too far over time. I'm trying to hold myself more stricter to the 3-hour thing, because I find that on stream nights I get to bed far too late on some occasions, and then I tend to. We have 15 minutes. We have not 25 minutes. We have 15 minutes, and we will keep going for another 15 minutes. But it's I fear starting something new might mean we don't finish it. So I'm going to just. It is the end of. Remember back in school, it's the end of class. You get like a little bit of free time before the bell rings. I guess in that scenario, I would be the teacher. I can even see on the live counter we've been live for 2 hours and 46 minutes, so I think we are okay. We stop when I say we stop. Right. I still go to bed after midnight most nights. Yeah, same. That's the thing. It's like, it's once I start my like evening routine, even if I've started it, you know, as soon as the stream finishes, I tend to, like, if I let it run quite a bit late, then I do tend to have, I just finish a bit late. I go to bed like a half hour or an hour later, and then I'm supposed to. That's fine. You guys can't keep her, I need to play Wordle. Exactly! My Wordle! I didn't do today's one! Damn! It's fine. We've spent 3 streams without streams. What are you gonna do? Protest? Ooh, I've also been sleeping later because of the summer. It's terrible, isn't it? And then I sleep in, and then like the sun rises later, so I'm not sleeping as well because it's sunny outside. It sucks. I want winter. I did, it sucked. Ah, I see. Why does everywhere have a Wordle addiction? I don't know, man. It's fun. You get into the habit of it. It becomes like a daily thing you do with friends. It's cool. Finish streams on time. Worst New Year's resolution. I know. If it's something important, we can keep it a little bit late. Like if it's gaming time, we can keep it a little bit later than usual. But we gotta do this within reason. It's lunch in 15 minutes between classes. Exactly. We're gonna break for lunch soon. Ever since I started living on my own, my sleep rhythm just migrated to 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Oof. I kind of did the same. I kind of did the same for a while. I'm getting better, but I'm still hovering around like the 1 a.m. mark. It's not great. Again, I'm trying to pull it back. Which is also, as I have said, why the streams must end a little earlier. Can you do the species names? Oh, okay, yeah, we can do the species names. Okay, wait, no. Okay, we're gonna do nicknames and then we're gonna do classifications. He looks really lost corp. Okay. Leslie. Mud. All the cool names have been taken by How to Train Your Dragon. Damn it. Okay, my first thought was like Mud Razor Wing, and then I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's a How to Train Your Dragon already. Lesser... Okay, lesser lake fin. That seems about right. So, you know, you can identify it when you see the fin, like, above the water. Ooh, okay. I feel like something maned. Like a maned mountain Grongle. Maned Quetzalizard. Quetzalizard for the Quetzalotl? Okay. I'm spelling that wrong. Quetzalizard. Larry the Quetzalizard. Lesser lakefin. There are bigger species of lakefin. I like to think there's one that's slightly bigger, but this one's intelligent. So it's the only difference is that it's slightly larger, and then it goes like it looks at you like this. Okay. Maned. Maned mountain. So the monkey is named Simiosaurus? Yeah, why not? Greater lynx? Maned. I guess, yeah, because you get like tigerfish, so it could be like a lynx dragon, lynx drake. Or a drake lynx. I don't know. Lynx drake. That seems right. Okay, and her name is Martha. And his name is Dobby. Because I said so. This one is called... I can't call it that. That's too easy to turn into a different thing. The horror. The Lord of Hands. Ooh, I know a good one. Maybe it's not a good one, but I think that's fun. Makes it sound like maybe he's a clock keeper, though. The Hand Keeper? That it's gotta sound like a little strange. Digikeeper, yes. Okay. we keep. The Tickle Monster. His name is Harry. Can you see I've got like a real R-Y, well not R-Y, but like a real Y rhyming scheme. I've got Dobby, Harry, and Larry. Okay. Oh, this guy is the... Shekel... Shekel crab. Yes, that does sound very Rick and Morty-esque. I don't know. The Gobble Snoggle, Pierre. Okay. I have a spine made out of grass. The Gobble. Snargle. Pierre. Right, the French Pierre. He feels like a Herman, he does, doesn't he? What was the dragon monkey? The Simiosaurus, wasn't it? Is that... Nah, why not? I feel like the Saurus is a little bit, misleading. What should his name be? Scallion! He was Scallion, like Rapscallion. Ah. There we go. Thank you for reminding me. I'm bad with names. I forgot the ones I made. Simiosaurus. It's Simiosaurus, not Simiosaurus. It's more like a lizard than a monkey. Dargon. Okay, his name is George. After Curious George. An inquisitive George. Look at him, he does not wander for anything. Raven Dark. His name is Dark Dementia Ravenway. You mean like it's meant to be Altus instead of Atlas? Yeah, probably. Oh, that's gonna haunt me forever. I love the internet. Okay. And there we go. I am kind of blocking some of them, and the chat's blocking some of the other ones. Let me... What's a good placement so that you can see them all, kind of, more or less? We're zooming in. Kind of, I don't know. It's not perfect, it's up in the corner there now. Not a thought between those eyes, yeah. It's a baby, I'm sure adults are terrifying. Oh, what's the monkey's name? Curious Stephen. He teaches uninquisitive George all that he needs to know. There we go. Back to, a little bit back to normal. What's the man with the yellow's hat's name? I think, isn't it John? I can't remember. I feel like every guy is called John in like 90s media. In the next stream, Tyler starts a revolution. Right, right. Oh, thanks, Phoenix. I have never been to Brazil. I don't think I can be a Brazilian artist. I think that's very incorrect. It's the basic rules that if babies look adorable, the adults are horrific looking. Exactly, exactly. Its parent is actually the digit keeper. Oh, bye, Tito. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us. Oh. Even you can be Brazilian. Ah. I'm stealing valor. Against my will. Huh, okay. I think this is actually a pretty decent place to end it off, if that's okay with everyone. Unless you want me to stick around for the last 2 minutes that we have. It's also an option. Yeah, this was really fun. The artwork for this will be, of course, put up on the Patreon along with the poll for next week's stream. If you are interested in that. It's been a very fun time. It's been... No, you can leave. Oh, thank you. I'm already doing the wrap-up. No, it's been very, very cool. It's been amazing chatting with you and hanging out with you guys. It always is. I can't wait for next week. I don't know what we'll do. I'm sure it'll be insane. Just a little bit. Yeah. Right. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your week. Have an amazing weekend. I hope nothing catches fire around you anytime soon because of all the dragons. And no, don't crash the stream. We've made it another stream without the crashes. I think, fingers crossed, I can take down the counter next week. We will see. We will see. Okay. Hi TC! Look today, but it's been fun. Makes sense, makes sense. Thank you for joining us anyways, even if it was silently. I just saw a large flying thing outside. You better duck. Anyways. Bye guys. Thank you very much. And adios.